This is going to be kind of a weird video because I'm driving, obviously, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with it, but I have not been working very much, as you all know, because I'm working on the business and stuff, and there's not a lot of work out there with all the changes. But I did work today, and on one hand, it was so wonderful to see this, just work with the residents and the patients, and to go in there and do my thing, and I don't know, like I just felt so like euphoric to be in there and be able to be with them and help them and you know, do the things that we do and why everybody went into therapy. But on the other hand, it just made me incredibly sad for all the usual reasons. First, I'll tell you about my one person I had. They're an ankle fracture, and they were not allowed to put weight on the leg. They've been in there for 5 weeks now, and I said, all right, how you get into the bathroom? And they told me, oh, I'm using the pad, the diaper. Okay, this is a person with 100% good cognition. She understands everything. She's with it. She's in a diaper. She's 4 weeks with an orthopedic injury and still in a diaper. And I don't know. It's so depressing. And she told me, since I asked her about such things and she felt free to talk, she told me how the day before, yesterday, she spent all day in a wet diaper. It just breaks my heart. And she said, you know, I spent all evening last night trying to debate if I should tell anybody and cause trouble, because sometimes, you know, that makes things worse, or if I should just put up with it. And I tell you what, that's just wrong. First of all, she's a person with good cognition who was independent, including driving, 6 weeks ago before she fell and broke her leg, and she has not been on the toilet. They work on it with her in therapy, but they don't take her on the unit. She really should have been a week or maybe 2 weeks at most to be independent doing that. I guarantee if you or I broke my ankle, okay, I'm not going to be using a diaper, because I'm just going to get on the toilet without putting my foot down. I mean, on top of that, she wasn't wearing clothes. She's wearing a gown because she thinks she can. Her confidence level, she goes, I'm really thinking about that I'm going to have to stay here. Stay there? I mean, she might need a little bit of help, but I mean, I don't know. That whole thing just broke my heart. So I showed her all kinds of things. I showed her how to do it, showed her how to get in the wheelchair. She was nervous about the whole thing, but at the end, she was grasping my hands. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. I gave her homework. I don't know. She was so grateful. It just broke my heart, because really, and I'm not criticizing her regular therapist, because, as you know, they work under the gun, productivity, all that matters is minutes. And now with these changes, now they have to do these groups. That was the second really disheartening thing, because every therapist, how are you doing? Oh God, they're miserable. They're just miserable in there. And every one of them said to me when no one else was around, I don't want to do this anymore. I love therapy, but everyone's looking for something else to do. You can't go to another building because it's the same everywhere. They just don't even want to be therapists anymore. So none of this stuff that these patients are not getting is not their fault. It's because they can't do what they want to do. They got their hands tied. So, I don't know. It was so good to be around patients and to do that. But when I told my manager, and this is not her fault either, I said, well, I didn't get 30 minutes with this lady. I spent closer to an hour with her because she's she's in a diaper. She doesn't know how to do anything. And it's not my manager's fault, but she was a little testy with me. She's like, well, that's going to come out of her insurance minutes. I said, well, she's allowed to put her weight down now, and she's not going to be here very much longer. What if it comes to her discharge date and she's still sitting there in a diaper waiting for people to come and help her, and they don't? I said, well, then she's going to go home, and what is she going to do? And while my manager understood, he just still he's under the gun, because now he's going to get in trouble because I took too many minutes for this person, and what they're going to do is take these minutes out of the person's therapy time for the rest of the week, which means they're going to get like 15 minutes a day. I don't know. But it's just a very, very sad thing. So on one hand, I was basically elated to go and see my people and do my things, but then it's very depressing about the state of therapy and what it is, and to see how miserable